I'm just kidding, we're not. Hello my lovely internet friends, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'm going to be going through the equipment and programs and all the kind of stuff that I use to create my YouTube videos. At this moment in time, I have 328 subscribers on my YouTube channel, and that obviously shows that I am a small YouTuber. I don't have many subscribers, but 328 to me is still pretty fantastic. But in this day and age of social media, it's nothing compared to the 1 million subscribers that you can often see on YouTube. But in saying that, I have had quite a few people in my life ask me, what do I use to edit my videos? What's a good camera? So being a small YouTuber where I don't have thousands and thousands or even a million subscribers, I don't get sponsorships, I'm not rich by any means, I thought I might share what I use to create my videos. I also thought that this video would be a nice break from all the pregnancy videos I've been doing for the past few weeks. So right now I'm going to use my phone to kind of show you guys the whole situation of what's happening, what's in front of me, how this is all set up. So here we have this table right in front of me. It's kind of like you can lift this off and it can be like a tray. It's nice and portable, which makes it great for me. For my audio, I have my microphone here connected to my iPad. I also have my drink bottle. You can get thirsty while you're filming. So this is the table, that's where I sit. I kind of use whatever blank wall I have there. Here's the kind of like setup here. I've got my camera on my tripod with my ring light. So that's kind of the basic setup if I'm doing a kind of sit down video, which is most of my videos these days. So let's go through in detail of some of these items that I use. Let's start off with audio because I think that'll be the easiest thing to do while I'm sitting down. I use this mic for my YouTube videos. I actually only got this like 2 weeks ago and have only used it for one video so far, which was last week's video. But it's not that I randomly bought it and this is just what I've been using for the past 2 weeks. My husband has a blue Yeti mic as well, and he likes to get extremely poopy when I go to use it. He does have a YouTube channel. It's just for the lols and to show his friends of funny moments of when he's gaming with Rust, Dota, Tarkov, all that kind of stuff. But anyway, he has one. It's the blackout shade. He purchased it because he wanted a better mic and also his headset mic was broken. So he thought, let's buy a Yeti mic so we can both use it. But he doesn't allow me to use it anymore without getting cranky. So I bought my own and it's so much better because now we can both use our mics. I think my color is nicer anyway. This is the Aztec copper shade and I actually bought it off of Amazon. I think this mic is just absolutely excellent. You can hear the quality. It's nice, it's kind of crisp, especially if you come up and talk nice and close like this. If you want more of an in-depth review of the Yeti mic, you can probably look it up. There's plenty of reviews. This is an extremely popular microphone for streamers, YouTubers. It's got a mute button here. If I press, flashing means it's muted. They have this volume knob which you can use for your headphones. So underneath here you can see this is like the cable for the power, and then they have this mini jack socket for your headphones / earphones. I don't really use that feature, it's not that important to me. We'll flip it around to the back. They have a gain knob, which kind of is the sensitivity of when it's picking up the sound. So if I turn it up to its max, I only need to whisper and you can hear it very clearly. But if I turn it down, you can hear the difference. Even though I'm speaking the same volume, you can probably not hear it that much. This bottom knob is for different pattern modes. So it's got 4 different pattern modes. I put a picture here of what symbol means what and what the polar pattern is, but my favorite one to use is the bidirectional. I just find that it sounds the nicest. But yeah, obviously cardioid is also suitable for what I'm doing, but I just think that bidirectional sounds better for some reason. So, but yeah, that's the Yeti mic. But let me show you what else I have used, which you probably have seen in my videos before if you've got a keen eye and are watching closely. I also have this lav mic by Rode Microphones. I also bought it off of Amazon. I'm so glad Australia has Amazon now and it's not just for books. It's also known as a lapel mic. If you had multiple people in a room and you wanted to directly pick up what they're saying, especially if they're moving around, this would be very good. You kind of just hide it, tape it, There's a clip on here as well, you can clip it. It is really nice, kind of like small and petite. I do find that it can be a bit like fussy sometimes, but I do find it to be quite nice when I'm doing a video where I'm moving around. So for example, in the videos where I've filmed in the kitchen, I'm using this. I connect it to my phone. Because my phone doesn't have the jack, I have to connect it to an adapter. I'll show you the sound difference between the camera, the Blue Yeti mic, and the lav mic. So I just plug it in and I will go to my voice memos and I will just start talking. So as you can see, this is quite a clear mic as well. If I have it mic'd up here, I do find that the sound is a bit different because, you know, it's under my chin and not directly coming from my mouth. So if I point it here, it's probably going to sound clearer and nicer, but if I'm moving around and stuff, that's not ideal. I can't just have it floating in front of me. So, but this is a very nice thing to have if you're moving around a lot, and I'll just slip my phone into my pocket so it's not in the way. If I'm doing a kind of sit down video and I need to use my phone or something, so I connect it to the iPad, it does become a bit more of a hassle because if I need to go up and get something, I either have to take the entire audio set with me or I have to disconnect myself, which, you know, is not ideal. But this is really great for when I'm doing videos where I'm moving around a lot. This particular lav mic slash lavalier slash lapel, whatever you want to call it, is one that connects to my phone. So not all types of lav mics are created equally, and you can tell by the color of the plug. This is gray. This is to indicate that this is for any kind of like phone device or iPad or anything like that. Otherwise it's usually black, I think. Also, the Blue Yeti mic is a USB mic, and obviously a phone or an iPad slash tablet doesn't have a USB connecting port. Take a little video of it. It is just kind of like an adapter. It's usually used for cameras. That's why it's got a little camera symbol on it. So I looked it up on YouTube to see how to connect it, and all it takes is this small little adapter. This is just a generic one which I bought off of eBay. So this is the camera that I started out on. It is the Canon Eos M100D. This is an old camera. They do not sell it anymore, but it is a DSLR. This was just a camera we bought as a family many years ago, and then when I got married, I took it because no one else uses it. There's not much more to it. If you need to know what a DSLR is, go look it up. But yeah, this is obviously a larger, bulkier camera. It's not ideal to take around if you want to vlog because it is so big. Imagine holding it like this to vlog half the time. Like your hand would obviously get tired. Yeah, I'm just really lucky that we had this camera and it's been good. Being the amateur I am, I don't know the intricate details of using it when it's on manual, which to use this microphone, it needs to be on the manual option. This microphone is also a Rode mic. You just attach it here. This is the wind thing, but this is what the microphone on the top looks like. I forget what it's called. I'll put it up somewhere here. But yeah, it's not my favorite mic, not gonna lie. I found that it still made kind of a bit of a fuzzy noise. When I was first creating my videos, I didn't think a mic was that important. As long as I had a camera that picked up audio, and I always put music on top of my videos, so I didn't think it was a big deal. But one time, Roger was saying that one of his friends was watching it and he's like, "What's wrong with it?" Like, what do you mean? There's nothing wrong with it. But the audio that the camera picks up has a lot of kind of like a staticky noise, which, you know, it's not ideal. So that's what kind of made me think about investing in a mic, and I found that this was the first thing that I saw. I researched it and lots of people said it was good. For some reason, when I use it, it's not that good because it still kind of has that same staticky sound in the background, just not as much. Now let's get more into the visual aspect. This is the camera that I like to use, which, by the way, I'm filming this with my iPhone 12, which shockingly has exceptional quality. Honestly, I really was extremely shocked at how good this video looks when I brought it up for editing. And this just proves that even if you have a good phone camera, you can just film from that when you're starting out. You don't have to spend so much money when you basically already have great equipment. Either way, this is the Canon Eos M100. It is a mirrorless camera, which almost all mirrorless cameras are smaller than DSLRs, making it better for vlogging. If you are looking for a good camera, I would suggest something smaller and compact like this, so it's suitable for different environments. For example, it's easy to take around and vlog, but it's also great for sit-down videos at home. Now, cameras like this are obviously not cheap, so again, if you do have a good iPhone camera, just use that. But this was around the $800 mark, which I thought would be an alright price range for me, considering I did know that cameras are quite expensive, but I did want to kind of up my game when I was vlogging, so that's why I opted for this camera. Unfortunately, when I was doing my research, I didn't realize that this camera does not have an audio input. So if you want to use any external mic, you can't because there is no port for that. Regardless of that issue, I found a way around it, and this camera works really well for me. Just make sure when you are looking to buy expensive items like this, you do your research and you know what you're looking for. Let's talk lighting. I'm pretty sure everyone knows what a ring light is these days, but this is a generic one from Amazon, I believe. I mean, my brother-in-law bought it for me because he broke my other generic one and he felt bad, but this works really well without you having to spend hundreds of dollars. I remember when I first started looking for a ring light, I just kept finding all these companies that were literally selling them for hundreds and hundreds of dollars, but you don't need to do that. Pretty much all ring lights work like this. You've got a little remote attached to it with a bunch of buttons. There are different lighting settings to suit your needs, such as the color of the light and the intensity of the brightness. You do have to connect it via USB. I just use it with my USB plug that I use to charge my phone. As you can see here, there is an adjustable stand that most ring lights come with. Using my Canon camera, this is what it looks like without the light. This is what it looks like with the mixed color on the lowest brightness setting. Then move up to the highest brightness setting on the mixed color again. Warm color setting on the highest brightness and the lowest brightness. Cool color setting on the lowest brightness, then up to the highest brightness setting. And here I am trying to be cool, but just blinding myself like an idiot. This is the tripod that I use. Again, it is another generic one that I bought off of eBay, but a tripod is quite an essential item. I remember when I first started filming, I tried doing things without a tripod and it was quite difficult because I needed to find stuff that was tall enough to sit my camera on, that was steady enough, and that made the camera angle even. But yeah, I would definitely say get a tripod if you can. Again, it doesn't need to be anything fancy or expensive. You can just get it from eBay or Amazon and it's fine as long as it does its job. In the grand scheme of things, when you are purchasing equipment to create videos, you really need to think, what are the items and equipment that I am willing to splurge on, and what can I kind of cut back costs on? Because something like a ring light and a tripod can actually be found quite easily, and they still do the job regardless of whether or not they're at a high price point or not. As you can probably see so far, the items I have splurged on are the camera and my microphones. But yeah, you can really save when it comes to something like a tripod or a ring light. Just again, when it comes to splurge items, make sure you do your research. Here is my little setup. My computer is a hand-me-down from my husband, so it is a gaming computer, but whatever, it works. If I'm honest, I would like a laptop or a MacBook just so I can take it around and edit elsewhere, so I don't have to be stuck next to him and he can make as much noise as he wants. This is a very handy tool that I like to use to transfer pictures, videos, sometimes some audio clips or whatever from my phone to my computer. This is the Sandisk Expand flash drive. Again, I bought this one off of eBay. When you use it with your device, you do need to have the Expand app downloaded, and don't worry, it is free, but if you don't download it, you won't be able to transfer your stuff between the flash drive and your device. While this is not a necessary tool, I find it extremely helpful when transferring things between my phone or my iPad and my computer. Last but not least, I wanted to show you this other little USB device that I use. Because I have a gaming PC, I don't have a port for my SD card, and I actually think most PCs don't have them these days, but I do remember one of my older laptops did have one. Either way, this is a USB multi-card reader, also generic, also from eBay. Almost all these eBay purchases were before I realized that Amazon Australia was now legit. You just pop your memory card in the appropriate port and plug the USB into the computer, and done. You should be able to transfer and view all your data. I'll make sure to list all of this equipment and any links down in the description box below. If you are interested in buying any of these products, just make sure you do your own research to find the best price point for you. And I'll be back next week in a part 2 to show you some of my editing process. So I hope you enjoyed this video and that it was helpful to some of you that might be interested in content creation or YouTube, or just interested in seeing behind the scenes kind of thing. While all of this stuff can add up to be expensive, I think it's important to add that, you know, it doesn't have to be the most expensive thing in the world. You don't have to have the most expensive ring light. You don't have to have the most expensive camera. As long as the quality seems good to you, I think it will be good to your audience as well. Anyway, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel, and ring the bell icon so you know every time that I post. Thank you again, and I hope you're having a wonderful day wherever you are. Bye!